took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my problems, let me When up and magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to...
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow, 180. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Right.
They begin the drive with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Come on. Hey, check Mike 56. Scene 6. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
15. Bravo!
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. He's got his man, it's Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Delta. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. 57's Mike. Come on, D. Showing it. Showing it. Check, 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 check. Hey, 57. Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
On first down, Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Yellow. Hey, check, Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
57 Mike 57. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Brings up third and 5.
Yellow. 57. Mike 57. It's our time. It's our time. 57's the Haywood. 57. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first. Mahomes will bring him up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
43.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is caught by Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, it's Carson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 30.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now a give right side. Carson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with third and 11 coming up.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch twist.
On third down, Wilson steps away. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again. You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again. Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Yellow, I go on, 80, hero 15. I got you. 57's the mic, watch 50. Echo. We got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Attack. You don't know no better. 57's the mic. 57.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Yellow. 57, Wild Bill, Joker, slam.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 57's the mark.
Mahomes now on first down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams, 33 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off it. The 39. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Check 99. Check 99. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Shut down. Motion. Behind.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check.
Here's Wilson to throw on third down. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Rush in. 49, check 49. Hey. Switch. Got it. 3, alert 3.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
53, Mike. Stop, Echo. Zebra. Double up.
Now Wilson going to throw again. That's complete to DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
We own them. One clock.
Wilson throwing again. Being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
What we got?
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
14.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Wilson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Chris Jones able to get him for a loss of about 3. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, 50. 50's the mark.
Throwing is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I'm coming. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill.
Hey, 43, 15.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, dribble it.
57. Why? Who? 57's the mic.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. And even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Bang. Slam.
15.
Kill.
Here's Watkins on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
All day, dog. Check 31. Watch the safety creep. Check 26.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking it... Go from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hustle. Mike's 50. 3 buzz.
14, fight it.
Hey, Mike's 50. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. It's caught. Block it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
Mike 50.
Hey, 0.
They'll try the left side. It's Carson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
57's the mic. It's our time, guys.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Yellow. Here
we go. Tight dog. We got it. Motion.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. He can't hang. Smoke. Give me. 57. Mike 57. Check.
Eye down these two. Let's go.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
57 to Mike. 57.
57.
You didn't want this. Orbit. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 57. 57.
15.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Our side.
Let's get this ball back for the our side.
Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Me. Joker. Slam.
Right side.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Watch the shift.
Yellow.
57's the Mike. Foxtrot. 7's the Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Right side.
Back to throw. Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Yellow.
Watch the curl.
Hey, 57.
Alert 3.
Right side.
On first down, Williams. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right here. Easy.
Check. Protein spill. Kill. 36, 30.
Hey, 43.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Attack!
7, let's go. Watch the screen. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Not today, you are.
Attack!
57's the mic.
Now Mahomes looking for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it.
36 power.
Check that.
Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Check.
Undercrush.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Green 80. One left.
Man, I got you.
Check 50.
Mike 54. Watch the run. 22, check, Bomber. Check that. 22, check, Bomber.
Good guys, 4 down.
Check safety. Check 13.
Green 80.
Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.